Jeannie Seely was a special singer in country music. For 34 long years, she stood on the stage of the Grand Ole Opry with a calm and steady heart. She never missed her shows. She always came on time, sang her songs beautifully, and let the music speak for her. She did not talk much about herself or complain. She just kept working quietly and consistently. But now, after so many years of staying silent and composed, something has changed. Jeannie Seely has finally started to open up. She is sharing the real truth about her life, the things she saw behind the curtains of the music world, and the lessons she learned from loyalty, hard work, and time. This is not just any ordinary story about the Opry. It feels like a moment that was waiting to happen for a very long time. People are wondering, why did she stay quiet for so many years? What made her hold back all her thoughts? And why did she choose this time in her life to finally speak her heart? Today, we are going to talk about all these things in detail. Let us start from the beginning. The girl who drove away in her little car, Jeannie Seely, was born on July 6, 1940, in a small place called Titusville, Pennsylvania. Her real name was Marilyn Jean Seely. She grew up on a simple farm near a town called Townville. Life on the farm was not fancy, but it was full of love and music. In her house, music was something normal and happy. Her father worked long hours at a steel mill during the week, but on weekends he loved to play the banjo at square dances. Her mother enjoyed singing softly while doing housework. Friends and family members often came together at their home. They would pick up guitars, banjos, and other instruments and play songs for hours. It felt less like a performance and more like a warm family habit. Young Jeannie sat quietly and listened to everything. She soaked in all the melodies and feelings without even knowing that one day this love for music would take her far away from the farm. When she was only 11 years old, she got her first chance to sing on the radio. The station was WMGDW in Meadville. Not long after that, she also appeared on a television show in Erie. People started noticing her voice, even at that young age. In high school at Townville High, she was a good student who got good grades. She was also a cheerleader. But standing out was not always easy. Because she came from a simple family and loved country music, some kids teased her. They made fun of her clothes or her background. Those hurtful words hurt her feelings, but they never stopped her from following her dream. She kept studying and singing anyway. After she graduated from high school in 1958, Jeannie took a practical job. She worked at the Titusville Trust Company. First, she was a stenographer, and later she became a secretary. She even took night classes at the American Banking Institute to learn more about banking. It was a steady and safe job, but deep inside her heart, she felt that this was not the life she truly wanted. Then one day, something small but important happened. It was Easter time, and there was a big snowstorm. Jeannie's car got stuck deep in the snow. While she was waiting for help, she started thinking seriously about her future. She realized that if she stayed in the same place doing the same things, she might never chase her real dreams. That moment gave her courage. Soon after, she made a big and brave decision. She packed her bags, got into her small MGA Roadster car, and drove all the way to California. She was looking for warmer weather and something more. Something she could not fully explain yet, but she knew she had to find it. She had to find it. Life in California was not easy at first. She found another job in a bank in Beverly Hills. The work was steady and paid the bills, but it did not make her happy. After some time, the pull toward music became stronger than ever. She left the bank job even though it meant earning less money. She took a secretarial position at Imperial Records instead. She wanted to be close to where songs were being made and where singers worked. While working at the record company, she started writing her own songs. She began with simple ideas on the piano. One of her first songs was called "Anyone Who Knows What Love Is Will Understand." She worked on it with a young musician named Randy Newman, who was not very famous at that time. When the singer Irma Thomas recorded the song in 1964, it became a hit on the pop charts. That success showed people that Jeannie Seely had a real talent for writing songs that touched hearts. After that, more good things started happening. She co-wrote a song called "Sensations" with Glenn Campbell. Connie Smith recorded it and made it popular. Other singers like Dottie West and Norma Jean also recorded songs that Jeannie had helped write. Slowly, her name started becoming known in the songwriting circles of Nashville, even before she actually moved there. In 1964, she signed a recording contract with Challenge Records. She traveled to Nashville and recorded some early singles in the famous RCA Studio B. The songs were If I Can't Have You, A World Without You, and Today Is Not the Day. They did not become huge hits right away, but they introduced her to important people in the music business. During this time, she met a man named Hank Cochran. He heard her voice and believed in her talent. He told her that she should leave California and come to Nashville to build her career. Dottie West gave her the same advice. Jeannie listened to them, and in 1965 she finally moved to Nashville. Right after she arrived, things started moving faster. At a DJ convention in Nashville, she met Hank Cochran again. This time he offered to help guide her career, but he wanted full control over the decisions. Jeannie trusted him and agreed. Soon after, she got another big opportunity. She stepped in as a replacement for Norma Jean on the popular Porter Wagoner show. Now millions of people across the country could see and hear her sing every week. The song that Nashville almost ignored, even though Jeannie was now on TV, getting a record deal was still hard. Hank Cochran took her demo tape around to all the big record labels in Nashville. One after another, they said no. They did not think her voice would sell records. It was a long line of rejections that could have made anyone want to give up. But one person did not close the door completely. His name was Fred Foster, and he worked at Monument Records. He told Jeannie that if she could find one really strong song, he might give her a chance. That strong song came in an unexpected way. Jeannie was traveling with the Porter Wagoner show in Rochester, New York. One day, Hank Cochran called her on the phone. He sang the beginning lines of a new song he was writing. It was rough and not finished yet, but Jeannie felt something special in it. She asked him to come and finish the song with her. When they met, they completed the song together. It was called Don't Touch Me. Jeannie recorded it at Monument Records. When the song was released, it surprised everyone. It climbed almost to the top of the country charts. It also crossed over and did well on the pop charts. In 1967, Don't Touch Me won Jeannie Seely a Grammy Award. That one song changed everything. It proved that the voice many labels had rejected was actually powerful and unique. People started calling it a classic country standard. Because of the success, Jeannie no longer needed her spot on the Porter Wagoner show as much. She was replaced by a young singer named Dolly Parton. But Jeannie was not upset. The hit song had already opened bigger doors for her. In 1967, she was invited to become a member of the Grand Ole Opry. For a girl who once listened to the Opry on the radio as a child, this was a dream come true. It felt like she had finally arrived at the place where she belonged. Her first album did very well and reached high on the country charts. She kept releasing new music and stayed busy. Behind many of her successful songs was Hank Cochran. In 1969, Jeannie and Hank got married in Renfro Valley, Kentucky. Their marriage mixed love and music. Hank helped shape her sound and encouraged her to be bold and different. During those years, Jeannie also formed a strong musical partnership with Jack Green. They met through Ernest Tubb. Their duet, Wish I Didn't Have to Miss You, became a big hit. They toured together across North America and even went to Europe. Crowds loved their chemistry on stage. They received many awards and nominations as a duo. At the same time, Jeannie continued her solo career. Not every song became a #1 hit, but she stayed consistent. In the early 1970s, she recorded a song called Can I Sleep in Your Arms? It brought her back to the top of the charts with a deeper, more mature sound. She changed record labels a few times and worked with famous producers like Owen Bradley. She tried new sounds but always kept the honest emotion that made her voice special. She toured overseas and even performed for American troops in Eastern Asia. She also hosted a radio show for the Armed Forces Network, which reached millions of soldiers. Jeannie was not just singing anymore. She was building a real presence in the music world. The woman who stayed through love and loss, while Jeannie Seely was known for her music and her many appearances on the Opry, she also had a private life full of love, joy, and sadness. Her first marriage was to Hank Cochran. It started from their work together. Hank saw her talent early and pushed her to sing with more edge and honesty. They got married in 1969. They worked on many songs together. Their marriage lasted 12 years. In 1979, they separated, and by 1981, they were divorced. Even after the divorce, Jeannie stayed kind. She remained close to Hank's children and spoke nicely about him later in life. When Hank passed away in 2010 from pancreatic cancer, Jeannie remembered all the good things he had done for her career. For almost 30 years after that, Jeannie stayed single. Then in November 2010, when she was in her 70s, she married again. Her second husband was Eugene H. Ward. They had known each other for years through community work and the Donaldson Chamber of Commerce in Nashville. Their love story was slow and gentle. It was not dramatic like her first marriage. It was based on friendship, respect, and quiet companionship. Finish the song with her.